G'day scrappers, here I am again. Same, this regular place. I thought I'd bring the camera along. These huge VSDs, same old thing. Okay. These ones on the top are pretty heavy. No, they're not the heaviest. And yeah, it's only low grade scrap, but it's, you know, good aluminium and stuff. Well, it's kind of extruded, but scrapyard for these big ones, they generally only give me cast, but it's okay. Got a cage there, all kinds of things. And yeah, sometimes I bring an empty tub and just swap them over, but these can get very heavy with all this stuff, and it's hard because I'm here, you know, by myself, so it's really hard to push these things up a ramp into the van by myself. So, because sometimes there could be, you know, 400 kilos in these things, and oh, that's a heavy little thing. But you know, even though it's a lower grade scrap, you know, these are cast aluminium. Take out a little circuit board out of there. Yeah, this stuff certainly keeps me busy. Keeps me, you know, in a lot of scrap, and that's the name of the game. You know, extruded. Not much wire. I think sometimes I get good pieces of cable, copper. But, I think they probably, you know, someone inside would probably take it to the scrapyard themselves, which is okay. Yeah, it's the first time for this year I've been here, so I wasn't sure what I was going to get. But it's good because a lot of time there's a lot of smalls, and it can take ages to empty this tub. Okay, circuit boards. Toner. Oh yeah, wire. Good. And something. So wonder how heavy this is. Not bad. Okay. I think I'll back up a little bit. It's all mostly low grade stuff, but some of that, you know, it's got good cable on it. Goodness. Bit of a mess. A lot of loose. So, printed circuit boards. Okay. So I'm going to use this bag to swap over the toner cartridges, because I don't want to just throw toner in the van. It's not very healthy. Yeah. Beautiful. Cable, that's what we like. Yeah, so this cable here, because it's multi-coil, but it's, you know, each one is insulated as well, so it's not worth stripping. So it is wire. Okay, this is all batteries. It's going to take a little while. Get it out of the way. Okay. Keep it contained. Hopefully they've got a lot of these bags where they can replace. Okay, that's that. Okay, so hey, there's a PC. It's mostly these VSDs. Luckily there's no giant ones, because they'd be very heavy to carry by himself. Hey, there's a laptop. These ones aren't really that heavy, but they do have a, you know, most of the weight is all in this big heatsink. All right. Cisco switch. So I bring my old van here. So, you know, I can just throw things in, doesn't matter. Scrapped out laptops. Yeah, then when I bring it back, I get one of the orange tubs and load a lot of the smalls into and scrap out of that tub. It's just a Core 2 Duo PC, so it's only going to be scrap. Yeah, they certainly scrapped out the laptop. Oh well, I got a laptop motherboard. Better value. Just the laptop's complete unless there's something, you know, a better i5. Wow. Yeah. Just another day and there's another PC in e-scrap land. All kinds of these sit on top of the large VSDs, all kinds. It's kind of inside one of these. You got extruded heatsink, a mid-grade board and then a low-grade board. PC. Yeah, it's an i5 but first gen, so not only scrap value really these days. Yeah, this is going to take a while. And quite a while to unload, so it's, you know, like I said, you know, a lot of this stuff is low value and very time consuming to pick up, process and all that, so it's certainly nothing like a good business that just deals in electronics, IT equipment and stuff. Alright. Oh well, at least we've got some cables and whatnot. Hey. Can't open it, yeah. Gloves are too slippery. But hey, a few laptops. They look alright. Okay. There we go. Job done. Whew. Yeah, so 3 PCs, 2 of them i5, a couple of pretty good laptops and a couple of scrap ones, and a lot of VSDs and quite a bit of cable. It's a big place, so some people throw cable in here, some people throw it into the little bins. That's all done. All right, let's get out of here. Okay, finally back, and get rid of some of this big stuff, and gosh, it's all just double handling, and yeah. It's just what we do. It's just a 3rd gen or something, i5. Might have been completely scrapped. I'll have to check it out. Yeah. So there we have it. Whole heap of batteries. Most I just pass on. Lead acid I obviously sell. But yeah, handy to have a spare tub or empty tubs at the moment, so I can at least put all the small stuff and scrap out of the actual tub. Toner cartridges, same as batteries. I just pass them on to the right guy. And these ones didn't look bad, but yeah, it's a bit better. i5s. Oh, that's about a 5th or 6th gen. So they're good ones. Clean them up a bit. At least this place, you know, I don't accumulate a whole heap of rubbish, you know, or cardboard boxes or things like that. It's all, at least that's one good thing. Apart from accumulating plastic, yeah, so like with this, take off the aluminium off the board, and in this case you can see this side's good, it's got chips on that, this side's transformers. Usually I break it in half, throw this in mid-grade, and that part goes into just, it's only low grade, so you can sell low grade to scrap yards. You know, as you know, I don't buy low grade anymore, but scrap yards like Hearts Recycling, I think they pay about 40 cents a kilo, something like that. A bit better than scrap steel if you wanted to have a separate kind of batch. And these have got, you know, a little bit of cast aluminium, but it's mostly steel, so I just throw them in scrap steel. Don't bother. This was the one that was completely scrapped out. Circuit boards in there somewhere, and these are good, you know, stands, just straight cast aluminium. Why not? That's a slow process, and that's straight. It's actually extruded aluminium, just from the top of the VSD. But you know, you get a lot of cable. See the cables there, and a real big chunk of cast alley, and so there is, you know, some okay value. Yeah, there's a motor. You know, just throw this straight into motors. You know, some people, you know, a lot of scrappers like to take out the copper, undo the winding. It's very messy, a lot of work for, you know. I'd rather just throw it into motor and be done with it. You know, I can't obviously process everything like some scrappers would, because it's just got no time. You know, so these large capacitors, I throw these into iron alley. That's what they pretty much are, dirty alley. So when you get the real big VSDs, you get like 8 per VSD, so it certainly adds up. It's part of the orange yellow ones there. So again, not much here. It's just pretty much lowish grade, bit of aluminium. Oh, how are you?
Good. Just thought I'd drop in.
Yeah, you're on YouTube.
Fantastic.
Say hello to YouTube.
Hello, YouTube.
No. What were you after? Monitors?
Yeah, I was going to pay from now. I've just come back from somewhere else, but we had a strap on them, but I haven't got a strap anymore.
A strap as in the...
To put them on the pack.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you don't want to leave them out in the rain.
Look, if you're not...
Because I'm in and out all the time. I mean, I'm here for about 3 hours today.
Yeah.
If you want to, I've reshifted. Sorry?
So, power supplies in there.
Yeah, they're gone now. Yeah, these, you wanted these ones, yeah?
Yeah. Also, power cables.
Yeah,
Any
okay.
them?
Yeah.
And maybe the old 12-volt power supply. There's a few things I need, but I don't have to pick them up today. I'm happy to pay for them.
Yeah, so I got these are still brand new.
Yeah.
They're good. There was a box of power supplies for there. It's probably buried under there. Yeah. In there somewhere.
Yeah.
So
The thing is, I'm not really in a position to take them now, but can I pay for them now or work out something?
well, it doesn't make any difference. You just pay for them when you take them. Yeah.
So, look, I think they'll work on what I'm doing. They'll work as just a normal monitor, won't they?
I'm not.
Don't know.
I'd imagine so.
Look, I'll take one to test it, but I'll need, I don't know, 10 of them. You've got 10 power cables, more power cables.
Okay.
Power supplies.
Okay.
And I'll like a trade on the back and all.
Got public coming through. Got you know, people want to buy stuff. All kinds of things going on. That's one of the guys that he builds retro tabletop game machines, like, you know, the tabletop Pac-Man and stuff. And he needs 15-inch monitors. So the point of sale machines that I've got are kind of perfect for him at the moment. So yeah, I got someone coming in an hour to sell me boards and stuff. So it's hard to get started and then stop again, and that's just how it works, I suppose. It would have been awesome if I had a factory and I could employ someone and you know, can have a van out doing pickups and someone dealing with board sellers. All a mess. I don't get a lot of cable. Sometimes I do get some really good thick cable off this place, but you know, like I think I was saying when I was there, pretty sure someone in the factory would accumulate the real big good stuff, cable, and probably just take to the scrapyard, make some money for the boys, you know. Good luck. I'll just take what I take. You know, I was saying, you know, it's not IT equipment, not much of it anyway, which would be nice, but it's still, I'm gonna get a shovel and shovel it all. Still something to keep me going, you know, when I'm not doing or haven't got much to scrap. These I'll just stack up, ready to scrap. Whoa, yeah, it's quite a decent load. I think I'll need 2 tubs for the smalls. Hey, that's what we do. PCs, they're all scrapped out, ready to go for scrap steel. There we go. One pile. They're all the motherboards from the point of sales. Yeah, once I get the point of sales out, I'll be able to process all this cable down there, and hopefully he'll come and take away most of them. Yeah, and we'll be in business. Okay, well, that's that. Filled up a tub, and yeah, got all these VSDs here, and got a couple of big ones on the side, and I think I might just scrap one of the bigger ones out just to refresh what's inside these VSDs again, and yeah, we'll go from there. Alrighty. If I remember right, there's a lot of different size screws. There's your Phillips and then whole different mixture of Torx screws. So I'm gonna have to just find my way through my mix of screw bits, Torx bits, find the right sizes. Probably some spanners. So these are really good. You get quite a bit of copper. I mean, you obviously get a good chunk of aluminium. And wrong size. These ones will. And so this is obviously the main VSD here. This is like a controller box. Get a few boards out of there. It's all good. Yeah. Just got to find the right Torx bits. Don't know whether the Torx bits are worn out or and going to need one of them. That's the one. Chickens come around the back of the VSD and just hiding. Weird chickens. There we go. Once I've got my collection of Torx bits sorted out, then I'll just continue scrapping a whole bunch of these and don't have to really mess around. Okay. So, oh yeah, just got to remember, screws in every direction. Yeah, so you know, it's pickup, as I've mentioned a couple times already. You know, it's low value stuff, but it's kind of good value in a way, because it certainly keeps me busy, and you know, with the prices of copper and aluminium these days, my this shaft here to hold on the Torx bits, I think the drill has fallen down a few times on the shaft, so it's slightly off center, and so it makes it kind of wobbly now. But it's still good enough to use. So all right, all I really want to do is just get this part off. Okay, there we've got extruded aluminium. A bit more, and yeah, there we go. So there's not as much copper in these ones. These are about I'd say a mid to 3/4 size. There's a lot bigger, and then there's a real giant ones, and the real big ones, the ones that are bigger than these, the buzz bars go right through the whole system. But there is a few good chunks of buzz bar. So it's tin plated. It's either tin plated or nickel plated copper bars. So good stuff. All right, we'll get this power board out. And yeah, there's certainly a lot to them. They're pretty expensive when they buy them. You know, people, companies buy them to, they regulate like a big machine, like a big motor, say. Not 100% sure, but they're obviously necessary, and they do go through quite a lot. You know, like These ones are from the repairs. So here, I just take off the, you know, can either take it off or just throw this whole board into irony aluminium. It's mostly, but it's probably better to take off the capacitors, transformer, and then throw the rest into scrap steel. Looks like a big, weird shaped capacitor here. Yeah, that's an oddball shaped. 900 volts. Wow, that's an interesting one. I'll keep it because it's just so oddball. Might keep the screws as well, because I do have a stockpile of these, but you're just not sure. See how it's burnt? It's probably burnt out, or something's obviously, usually with these when I get them, there's always something burnt out. So you can see there, that might be just from a little fire or something that happened. Probably might not be related to the capacitor. All right, so I think we're just going to undo screws, if we can find the right one. They certainly put them together pretty well, you know. No mucking around here. This is industrial grade stuff. Yeah, a lot of bolts. Okay. I'll just undo these, get all these bolts out the way. I've over the few years that I've been doing this place, I've kept a lot of these nuts and bolts. They're good, certainly good heavy duty things, just, you know, for other projects maybe one day. But I think I've got enough. I could build a few of these with the amount of bolts I got. We're not going to keep any more for now. And what size are you? It's about that size. All right. Well, there we go. We've got our first array of just little buzz bars. The bolts going through, so I just knocked the bolts out. That's just scrap steel, and we've got our nice copper buzz bars to add to the collection. And you know, they certainly weigh a bit, but like I said, in some of the bigger ones, they're huge, and there's giant plates, and yeah. So, I don't really keep them for like stockpiling copper. Although I haven't sold them yet, I will be selling my these buzz bars, because there's no point in me trying to melt them down, because it's always going to be a mixture of, you know, tin or nickel, most likely nickel. And so they really have to be refined. Gosh. Funny they put different sizes in the same series of bolts. Okay. Okay. Well, just gonna get these side panels off. So I'm gonna just turn her around and start working on the other side. Just the way my table's set up here, I can't, you know, kind of need a short bench, really. But yeah, let's just get this stuff out the way. Okay. I think most of the things are done. But these are actually a nice change, scrapping industrial stuff out, as opposed to, you know, the same old IT equipment, you know, that I usually get. Okay, how's that for a series of buzz bars? Nice. That's quite weighty. Very nice. Okay. I missed. Right, so not really sure what's going on here. Oh yeah, that might be really small torques. Smaller. Ah. I think I've got the right size, but I think this Torx is it's just worn out a little bit, and not sure if it's we'll have to just carry on and see what happens. Sometimes if I can't get a screws out, you know, I'll just drill them out. Do whatever you can do, you know. Yeah, we've got some Phillips. More Torx. Bigger. Gosh. Yeah. So that's going to be a bit of a problem if I don't have a good Torx screw. Might have to find one from these little buggers. Let's see. Yeah, can't seem to find the size that I need. I think I've got the size, it's just slightly worn out, and so it's not much I can really do. So I'm going to have to drill some out. We'll just see how we go. We'll just plod along, and I'll do my best. Okay. Yeah. So like even these ones I can do, but I've got to do it by hand with one of these little things from probably a server. So a bit orkies. Just doesn't feel like anything's really getting done. Okay, I'm just going to have to do some by hand, and it's going to take me quite a while, so bear with me. Very awkward. Okay. Well, I've got his board out. It's just a nothing board, straight into scrap pressing steel. But at least we've got to expose these bolts. Again, two different size bolts. And then Phillips screws. Alright, just get rid of these bolts so I can see what I'm doing. And then it looks like here. Okay. Okay. All right. So, oh yeah, if I remember, these ones just pull out. Yeah. Oh, I have to clean them. Okay. All right, well, so, goodness, need a tiny Torx. Well, at least got the right size for them. Oh, that one worked. Gosh. Well, that saved me quite a bit of work that I thought I was going to have to do. Have to do that one. And that one. All right. For some reason. Some seem to work, some don't. That's a good one. Yeah. All right. Well, there we go. Just, it's a very oddball one because I don't remember them being so awkward. Normally, maybe I'm just out of practice on this particular size. It's just kind of put together a little bit different than I'm used to. It's just strange that you have to change over why they put different ones on the same plate. Okay, another buzzy and another. All right. Now I can start to see a little bit more of what I'm doing. I didn't think this scrap was going to take long. I thought, oh yeah, we'll just rip through it and piece of cake. Okay. All right, so we're getting there. Just need to. These are, yeah, they're also big copper plates. So yeah, it's actually a different version to the ones that I'm used to of this size. So it's another one altogether. Okay, this will get us this sheet of extruded aluminium. You know, as we know, extruded aluminium is good value. So, you know, we've already got quite a few pieces. It's all good. Bugger. You're done. So this one might have to be drilled out. But this is holding the big heat sink. This whole base is a heat sink and just covered with some steel there. All right. Okie dokie. Can I get this one? Yep. Got that one. Phillips. Got you. You're done. Okay. All right. So I'm going to have to turn around once again and start drilling a few screws out, I think. Yeah. Try one more time. No. Yeah. Yeah. By trying so many different torques, the sizes aren't any longer what they're meant to be. And they're kind of rounded now. So we're going to have to, maybe this drill bit is a little bit too big, but, whoop. Too big and too blunt by the looks of it. Okay. Screwdriver. Something's going to give eventually. Yeah, this is about as awkward. I mean, even more awkward than when I first started doing them and didn't even know what I was doing. Okay. Okay. Whew. It's a bit humid and I'm certainly working up a bit of a sweat now. All this mucking around. Okay, gotcha. Just another little buzzy. All right, that's all we wanted, and these just straight to scrap steel. Okay, now we've finally gotten to our main little destination is in here to get to these bolts, and nice and easy. Yeah, so it was just like just one little Torx that was a little bit blunt, and there we go. Actually, I think these, yeah, they're too light for copper. These are just aluminium, and well, this one is. I can just cut through it a bit. Yeah, yep. If it was copper, it would obviously be a little bit red. So this is just sheet aluminium. Yeah, way too light to be copper. Unlike the buzz bars, they're solid, and if we get through them, I can see anyway a little bit of red. That's the copper in there, covered by most likely, tin or nickel, one or the other. Okay, now let's. Yeah, this is like if I had a real big one, you would see the difference. It and I shouldn't really even have to take off these boards. All it is just them two that won't come. So yeah, I think this drill is really blunt. brute force. There we go. And there we go. And it's just pretty much just a low grade board, really. Just got to clean up the wire. All right, there we go. So finally we've exposed the main heatsink down there. I think I can get rid of my drill, go back to screwdriver. Okay. Pretty irrelevant. Okay. The last stage. Yeah, I was pretty certain I didn't have to take off these. And yeah, so these are, I can't remember what they're called, it doesn't really matter. They do have a bit of, obviously, the copper there, probably a bit of brass in there. And in there, yeah, I'm not going to keep these ones, but other ones I get where it exposes the gold plating and stuff inside. Me, I'm not going to bother with these ones. I get so many of these. And tell you the truth, after this scrap, I'm happy to just get this one out the door and yeah, and see. On these are really nothing, but there's some that are really good gold plating, and then you open them up inside and they got, you know, your gooey stuff like a silicon, and then there's quite nice circuitry inside as well. I've got a whole bucket full. One day I'll bring them out when I'm scrapping a better version of this. Okay, a few more screws. Alright, that gives us that side of the extruded aluminium. Now, all it's a matter of now is just okay, so a quick battery change right at the end. So yeah, I undid the last two screws to loosen off this heatsink. Just got to remove these risers, and there we go. Beautiful piece. I can only sell these to my scrapyard as cast. Doesn't really make much difference. Technically they are extruded, but it's because of their baling system. Yeah, it's pretty weird. And we've got a big chunk of scrap steel. So that's always, you know, it's all got value one way or the other. You know, obviously it's all about weight, but so, and that's a decent weight, like decent chunk of cast aluminium. And then we got regular aluminium, copper or tin plated or nickel plated, one or the other, it doesn't really matter. It goes as number 2 copper, so that's good. Extruded, regular, plastic. We'll get some INELI out of this, a transformer, and then the rest in scrap steel. Also, these things are mostly I just throw these into. You know, you could throw them into iron brass, but I don't have a category for iron brass. I don't get enough of it, so I just throw them into INELI. Good luck to them, you know. But quite a lot of number 2 copper. some of these, they got steel little threads in there. I pop them out, obviously, because I want to clean some of them, yeah. So some still take a little bit of work to process, but I'll just quickly weigh it up. My scales have flat. I've got to charge up the scales, so I can't weigh them right now, but you know, at least a couple of kilos, you know, say 4 pounds, and aluminium probably 30 pounds. Plus the extruded, so yeah, it's not bad. You know, there is some value there, and yeah, I got another one of these ones, and then all those little ones that you saw, and plus scrap steel that came with it. Yeah, so there you go. That was a little pickup, one of my regulars, and a little scrap of one of the variable speed drives. Yeah, quite interesting. The smaller ones are really quick, and they really do have a good size, chunky heat sink as well, and a bit of copper. Not as much as the bigger ones, but the real big ones have got probably at least double, if not triple, the amount of number 2 copper. But I just, after I clean off these little bits of steel, you know, I just stack it until I got enough, and eventually I'll take a whole big batch to the scrapyard and offload it, and you know, get a pretty decent payout out of that stuff. And you know, once I go through all the VSDs, I'll have quite a lot of cast aluminium and regular aluminium, so even some extruded. So all good. All right, guys. Well, I hope that was a bit of fun, and yeah, stay tuned for the next video coming out. Who knows, maybe in a week, maybe in a few days. We'll just see how we go. And I'm still processing point of sale machines here, so yeah, things are building up, so I got to get to work. Catch you next time.